Welcome back to Advice from Devan. Today's advice will be on toxic people. Coming up next. Let me go ahead and put this little disclaimer out there for anybody watching this video who's probably has watched my old video that I posted a while ago on my real Devan channel. We all have a little toxic in us. Let's not play like we're not toxic at some point in our life. We're not even gonna do that. You're toxic, they're toxic. We all have a little bit of toxic in us. So let's not act like we ain't been a little toxic and we don't like a little toxic every now and then. But if you're a toxic person and you think that you have to control an individual and you have to control the situation, seek mental help. Seek a therapist, because I don't know what y'all get out of feeling like being in toxic relationships. Mind you, I have friends in toxic relationships. And I don't understand it. Like, I don't get the point of having a serious toxic relationship. Like, I can understand, like, fun toxic. Like, a little fun toxic. But when it gets extremely toxic to the point where people are being violated and hurt, I feel like that's just too much toxic. Especially when the person is making it feel like that you're the problem and you're the reason that everything is going the way that it's going. That's too much toxic. If an individual can't take accountability for what they have done, then let me go ahead and tell you, it's time for you to run for the hills, because at that point, that person is never going to own up to what they've done. They're never going to be like, okay, let me admit to my wrongs. Let me own up to my wrongs. Let me see why I can change from my wrong. That type of toxic is serious toxic, because mentally something is wrong with them, that they're deranged in their head, that they can't understand that you're not the problem, but they're the problem. And even if they know that they're the problem, they're not going to even let you know that they know they're the problem. They're going to continuously make it seem like you're the problem and you're the reason that everything's going downhill. If you weren't doing this, I wouldn't have to retaliate. At what point are we going to grow up at like we are in a relationship? Even friendships can be toxic. Like, I have some toxic friendships. Like, I had. But I had some toxic friendships where they felt like they had to be in control of every situation. And if it wasn't going their way, we were immature. Or, I can't hang with you because you're too immature for me. Or they wanted to go and start the drama. And then when the drama came back to them, and now everybody mad with you, now you feel like it's a problem. If you weren't so toxic enough to try to orchestrate drama and orchestrate people not liking each other just for you to have some type of attention, you wouldn't be in drama, you wouldn't be in beef, you wouldn't be in all these situations, because your hands will be clean of the mess. You put yourself in the mess because you are messy, you're toxic, and you will never get fired continuously being toxic. And hopefully some people change from being toxic. And maybe it's a little fun toxic at first, but when it starts to get real serious, it's time for you to run for the hills. I promise you now, run, because it's going to get chaotic. And when it gets chaotic, chaos is bound to happen. Don't go nowhere. Make sure you guys check out a brand new episode that's coming up next. Welcome back to Advice from Devan. Today's advice will be on being yourself. Coming up next. You know what I mean? Being yourself. I mean actually being who you are. Do not change yourself to make yourself fit in with others, because it's not being real. Let's be honest. Sometimes, especially when you're in a certain age of life, you try to change yourself to fit in with who you're around. And we've all done it. Let's not act like we haven't. Like, I know we've all had situations where we want to fit in with the people who we're around, where they would say, oh, you're too childish, you need to change. And we would try to change for them and realize, I try to change for you, but you're just as childish as you said I was. You're doing the same things that you said that you can't be around. How does that work? Let's not try to change ourselves for anybody, because at the end of the day, if they don't like you as the way you are, they're not meant to be your friends. They're not meant to be in your life. And sometimes tell them good riddance to you. You missed out on a good opportunity and a good friendship, a good relationship, because you couldn't be around who I was. My light shined brighter than yours, that you tried to dim my light. How that works? Like, you can't dim my light because you can be who I was. You can manage to be the individual that you were mad that I was. It's okay, but you can't dim my light, because I'm going to shine brighter than you think I am. I'm going to be the individual that you thought I couldn't be. Because at the end of the day, my light was meant to shine. yours is meant to be dimmed. Because why? You didn't understand how to be yourself. You didn't understand the assignment. You didn't understand that it's okay to be different. It's okay not to be liked by everybody. And it's okay to say, so what, that I'm not the person that you think I am. Or I'm not who you want me to be. Because guess what? I'm not meant to be that person that you're trying to box me in the ass. You can't go on a Scantron sheet and bubble me in. I'm not going to be that individual. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be who I am, what makes me happy. And I'm going to do exactly what I want to do. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to dictate who I am. Sorry, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be fun. I'm going to be shady. I'm going to be petty. I'm going to be that individual. I'm never going to be the person that you want me to be. Because I'll never be true to myself. That will never be the individual who I know I am. For instance, I may be funny and shady. You may be quiet and petty. When we mix, that's a match made in heaven. You're not supposed to be the same person as the next person. Opposites attract, not two positives. And if you see two positive magnets, they're going to go opposite from each other. Opposites attract. So if we're going to be serious, don't change to somebody else, because their opposite may match your opposite. And y'all may collide and connect as one. I would never tell anybody to change to who they are. Be yourself, be real, be authentic, and never let somebody judge you. Thanks for checking out my 2 brand new episodes today. Make sure you guys check out 2 brand new episodes when they air next week.